Digital procurement can be a game changer for your procurement team, but far wider than that. It can be a game changer for your entire organization. So in this video, we're going to cover what is digital procurement, some of the benefits that you will get within your business if you undertake a digital procurement journey, but we're going to keep an ounce of realism here, and we're also going to discuss some of the drawbacks, some of the concerns, and some of the issues you may run into with digital procurement, mainly around implementation and things like that. So let's cover that now. So we all know that procurement is a massive life cycle, and this is how I see it. So we have our sourcing activities to start with. We have our contract management activities that happen during the sourcing phase and once the contract has been signed. Then we have risk management that sits alongside all of this as well. And we have other initiatives. Maybe it's supplier relationship management, maybe it's cost control, whatever it is, depending on what your business objectives are and how you enable it. Procurement, in short, is governing that entire relationship, that life cycle, from someone in your business needing something. So someone in your business to go buy something to enable someone in the business to do that role, all the way through to when that contract is completed. The business has gotten whatever it needs, and then you offboard that vendor or supplier. And digital procurement is utilizing digital systems, platforms, tools, software solution. Normally it's SaaS, so software as a service. So you have an annual commitment as a minimum with a provider. You log on by Chrome, Safari, whatever it is you use, and you have some sort of system on there. It's got some form of dashboard, automations, processes, communication that enable you to move away from working in procurement using email, Slack, Trello, like project management tools, communication tools, spreadsheets, Word documents, and however else you're doing it, to this one system. So digital procurement is there to make procurement easier, more efficient, more effective, more accurate, more visible for your entire business. And we do that through software. That's it. It's that simple. Or is it? One common problem that procurement teams have is, how on earth are we going to manage all of these new requests? Maybe let's focus on sourcing here. How do you manage all of our sourcing requests? Well, we need somewhere where people in our business can request certain things whenever procurement needs to be involved. So we need some sort of procurement sourcing intake system. So perhaps there's a procurement tech solution out there, and there are plenty that enable this, that we can go to and we can implement them, so that we have some way of managing all of this. Now we need to find new suppliers, new vendors to go and contact to get our requirements out to. How do we do that? How do we make this more efficient than sending emails out to the same 10, 15 suppliers we always use? Well, this is, for me, the most exciting space of procurement tech at the moment, is the use of artificial intelligence. I've seen the likes of Globality pushing their AI sourcing tool for quite some time, and it looks wonderful. It looks like you can put a requirement, you just type it in, and it will instantly match you with relevant suppliers. And I think that's the direction of travel that we're going, and that's far more efficient than building a huge request for information process, going out to loads of vendors, just trying to find out if they can do whatever it is you need them to do, and then getting mixed results coming back before you then go out to them for your request for a proposal and doing things in a very traditional way. So there's an example of utilizing tech there to help with sourcing, and at the same time you may get suggestions or ways to improve your requirement, or you may get new suppliers coming into your network that other people are using on the same SaaS platform, or maybe they've used their algorithm to determine that there is, in fact, 20 other suppliers out there that you had no idea about that could provide this. And that's where it gets exciting as well, because you can then think about like ESG, diversity of your suppliers. Are we working with small, medium, or large enterprises? And you can really narrow this down. I know Fair Market, when I spoke to them, it might have been like 3 years ago on my Water Procurement podcast, Erin, VP of Innovation there, said that their platform enables a buyer to do something like 150 RFPs a day. And I was just like, wow, I don't think I've even done that in my career, with the amount of time it takes to ramp up some of these. So it's super impressive what's out there. Other benefits are like the whole visibility piece. You've got everything in one place. You see all the data on all of your suppliers and vendors, and this could lead to seeing the risks, their contracts. They get early access to your requirements, better collaboration with the supplier base, and more insights into your supply chain. And it all depends on the solutions that you look at. There's literally over 4,000. There are thousands upon thousands of procurement tech solutions that enable you to do digital procurement. So it's super hard to talk very narrowly in a video like this. So please just appreciate that. We're kind of talking big picture here around digital procurement. And I'm just trying to give you some hints and clues as to what's possible in this space. And I think like this is almost like bread and butter now with digital procurement, is that it saves you money because it takes less time to do stuff. Everything becomes more efficient, your processes are more efficient, you don't need so many manual touch points along the way, so you don't need a human to send an email. Things just happen in the background, and it means that your team is freed up to work on more value add, more high value tasks. So the lower value tasks can effectively get outsourced to the software, and you as a procurement pro are enabled to go out and build better relationships, reduce risk, work on cost-cutting initiatives, if that's your jam, whatever it is. You go and focus on those big ticket items as opposed to more of the low value admin focused work that we can get rid of. But I do want to be really open about some of the drawbacks, and they're limited, and I think largely they are getting started in this space. It's intimidating. There are so many providers out there now. It's so difficult to know even where to start. So my advice is get on LinkedIn, build a brand on there, build up your profile, engage with people in the space. If there's so many communities, our World of Procurement community over Substack is a really good place to ask questions about these sort of things, and just build up your knowledge, because everyone in procurement will be doing some form of digital procurement, I imagine, within the next like 1 to 5 years. And if you're not, your procurement team's probably not going to exist anymore, or your business is insolvent, and that's why you're not doing it. It's just going to be so common. It's going to be the norm, as opposed to the norm in places and just not even thought about in others. If you have poor processes or inefficient processes and try and take those and just put them into a digital procurement platform, it's not going to work any better. Seriously, it will just do the same things that you're already experiencing. It will be a struggle to get things done. So you need to have an open mind that, hey, our processes may not be very good for digital procurement, but whoever you're working with, whichever solution, they should be able to help you with all of this. That's kind of one of the advantages. So when you're looking at a digital procurement solution, make sure you've got some form of solid implementation plan with them, and that they have a dedicated team to help you through that implementation. Even if it's simple, I see some brands in the procurement tech space saying, we don't have implementation teams, our product is so easy to implement. And I think it's a bit of a cop-out. Personally, I think they're just not dedicating enough resources to this, and you will always need some assistance. Jumping from a manual way of doing procurement to a digital way is quite a jarring experience for you and the rest of your business. And coming on to that point, adoption within your business is critical to the success of your digital procurement platform working, because what is the point of going digital in procurement is to enable the people in your business to work with you better, so that all of your procurement activities, those ones we mentioned at the start, become far easier. Whether that's sourcing, contract management, risk management, relationship management, all of those things are not done in isolation. Procurement is part of the picture, and you may not be called procurement, whatever you're called, but your business owners, your infosec team, your risk teams, your legal teams, everyone is involved in this, and it needs to work for everyone, and everyone needs to be on board. So that whole change management piece is so difficult to get right, but it's probably the most crucial piece you need to get right here to enable digital procurement. So that, in a nutshell, and I could talk for days, as you can imagine, on this subject, digital procurement is just one of those things I urge you all just to learn more about. I've linked some articles from the World of Procurement Substack below that you can go check out in a little bit more detail. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. We can create some more content to help you out with your digital procurement journey. And for any of you that haven't seen it, we created a video around why you need to become a digital procurement pro in 2023. And I think it'll be some benefit to you to go and watch that after this one. So go check that out, my friends. See you soon.